Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm Rox.
We're LadBaby.
And this is our podcast, Live, Laugh, Love, the podcast!
Yay!
And we're off.
Live your life within the moment.
Go on, Rox. Give it some.
I'm living it in the sunshine. Oh, yes, the UK's a scorching.
So is this attic still? Still, I'm going to keep moaning about it.
I'm not complaining about the weather. No way, because winter will be here soon. And it will be terrible. Although it'll be Christmas, so I'm happy about that. Hello, everyone. How are you all? Missing you all very much.
Oh, hello, everybody. This is episode 11 of season 2 of Live, Laugh, Love, the podcast. Thank you all for joining us once again in your listening ears.
Your listening ears and your visual eyes.
In your visual eyes on YouTube. We've got all your usual features coming up. Dilemma, Date Night Diaries, Confessions of a Lifetime, Living with a Southerner, and Would You Rather. Would you rather? I think the confession this week is my favourite.
What, of all time or this series?
I want to say all time.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm excited. You've bigged that up, Mark. I hope you're going to deliver on the confession.
That's how far I'm going in.
What, even better than the pigeon and the kettle? Pigeon Kettlegate was crazy.
I will let you and all our beautiful listeners be the judge of that.
I feel like my voice is very somber and I don't mean it to be, but I'll be honest, when it's like 35 degrees in the UK, which it's really hot in the UK right now.
The pace slows.
Yeah, but when I'm in Spain and it's 35, I'm living the dream. I've got a pina colada on the go. When you're actually sort of working and running after children, we're still in summer mode, guys. We're still in summer mode.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, hello. Like, I've got no energy to actually even talk.
Well,
do you feel like that?
I'm going to bring some energy, and it's going to be some anger energy.
Oh, here we go. Something we all recognise every week from Mark.
But before we get into that, I'd just like to say I've got a podcast review.
Ooh.
Once again, this is my favourite thing now. Every week,
become a common feature.
Yeah, just before we come on and chat about our week, I'll just give a little podcast review. Thank you to Kirsty Mayer, who gave the podcast 5-star this week.
Ooh.
She's put best podcast ever. Just want to say I'm so glad you're back. Honestly, this pod has got me through some tricky times. I normally listen at work through all the hustle and bustle, and it never fails to put a smile on my face and make me laugh out loud. Thank God for season 2. Keep up the good work. Kiss.
That's really nice.
Thank you very much, Kirsty.
The hustle and bustle of work, it's good to have something in your ear. This week, I actually said to someone who was at work, they were at the till, and they said to me, gosh, you're so energetic. You've got so much energy. I wish I could have that.
Yeah.
She said, I just want to listen to music and, but instead I'm here doing this. And I went, stick a little cheeky AirPod in, love. Put one in your ear and listen to customers. She was like,
I don't think that's delivering high quality customer service.
Yeah, but she can still hear. Anyway, her face changed. It changed her life, Mark. I changed her life at that cashier desk. Now, when I've been in, she's got it in. She's listening. She's happy.
But this could be against customer service policy, couldn't it?
No, not if you've got one ear.
That one ear could be connected to a mobile phone. And
well done. I've got a Karen at the till here.
Could be recording conversations or even bank transfers.
Stop.
You
just wanted a little bit of a sing and song.
You just need to be really careful before you start handing out advice like that.
Well, I gave her the advice and she was far more happier the next day.
So I would just like to say thank you very much. If you would like to give us a 5-star review and have the chance of a review being read out, just, head over to your podcast.
What was her name?
It was Kirsty.
Thanks, Kirsty. I really appreciate the love that you just shared with us.
Yeah, we do one every week now. So leave us a review wherever you listen to the podcast, and we choose one every week at random. Oh, God, I'm dying here.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm falling apart.
It's close, as my nan used to say. It's muggy.
It's muggy.
Close.
It's muggy.
It's muggy, yeah.
So I've got a note of something we need to talk about this week. And just the word, just the word annoys me.
Go on.
And I think you're going to understand why. It just says garden. Right?
Oh.
We're going to discuss our garden this week.
Oh, this blooming garden.
Right.
You have got a bit irate about this garden, more than you should.
I'm going to say it. It's a first world problem.
It is a first world problem,
But
Mark.
it isn't a first world problem that doesn't
Upset you.
to be discussed because of the disgust it has brought into my life.
How disgust?
Yeah.
You're lucky to have a garden, all right? People say you're lucky to have a garden with a fence and grass, you.
Right.
So you, Mark,
Roxanne.
what level are we talking about the garden? At what level are we talking
Right,
about?
right. Let me start this conversation.
Go
okay?
on then.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
I'll sit back and enjoy.
You sit back, right? Me and Rox are in a very privileged position where we have a very large garden, okay? A very large garden to the point where it's too big to manage if you're not a gardener, okay? I'm not a gardener. I don't understand a weed from a dandelion to a piece of grass to a rose bush to a tree. I don't understand even what I'm saying.
Why is nature causing you this much stress?
Right. Right. I don't understand gardens, right?
Okay.
We've lived in this house now for what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, maybe
Right?
3.
Maybe 3 years.
Maybe longer, yeah.
Who's counting, right?
I don't-
For all that time, right? Since the moment we moved in, we found a gardener. He's been our gardener ever since. Wonderful man.
Yeah.
Came every couple of weeks. The odd time he just went vanishing for a week or so. That was fine.
He's a gardener.
Put that down to him being on holiday, not being well, whatever, right? I'd give him that leeway because he came every couple of weeks. He'd mow the lawn.
He'd
Is it
make
called
the
prune?
thing, he'd like the bush, he'd sort the bushes out.
Yeah,
like,
give it a trim. Give it a trim.
Yeah.
Give it a trim. I think it's called pruning. Is it called pruning?
He'd cut the hedges. He
Cut the
He was
hedges,
a talented
Maintain
man.
the trees. He did a great job, right? Can't fault him, right? Lovely man.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere,
He just disappeared.
Vanished,
He did.
right?
It's really worrying,
without
actually.
warning, without notice, he just didn't turn up.
Oh, I was worried he just died, love.
He could be dead.
Yeah,
right?
but I did text him and just sort of no reply. So
No.
I either got ghosted or he died.
Yeah, but he'd been coming for a couple of years. Did you upset him?
No.
Be
Always
honest.
paid him on
Rob,
time.
be honest.
No, I loved that man. I would never upset the
Did you
gardener
upset him?
because he was the only reason the grass got cut.
Okay, so out of nowhere, he ups and vanishes. He doesn't turn up one day. I'm like, okay, fine. Give him that little bit of leeway. Give him that little bit of edge to come back.
No, but then he didn't even go to next doors.
We wait a month. There's no sign of him. Rox has texted him. There's nothing.
God
He's
rest
gone.
his soul.
Right? God rest his soul. Rox thinks he's
I
dead.
think he's dead.
I think he's missing in action. I think he's stuck in a tree somewhere. I don't
hope
know,
he's
right?
not.
It's fine. Get a new gardener. Do you know how hard it is to get a gardener in the Nottingham area?
I know it's.
I don't know if this is a national pandemic or just a regional one to the area of
But it was
Nottingham.
over winter as well, wasn't it? So we were like, oh, you don't really need it in winter, but it's getting a bit unruly.
Right?
But you don't.
I disagree. Anyway, letters come through the door. You know, they come through like local, like plasterers, local painters, right? Little booklet came through. I rang a number in a booklet, no answer. Rang another booklet, no answer.
I rung about 5.
I had a business card put through the frigging door and rang that. He didn't answer. I rang it 3 times
Just
over the
calm.
space of a week. He didn't answer. Why is he putting his business card through if he's not answering his phone call? Answer me that.
Well, probably because he's gardening.
Yes, but
Well, you've
I
got
left a
lawnmower, you
message.
can't
I
hear
left
your phone.
no. I left a message, right?
Right.
3 phone calls, left a message.
Was you
nothing.
kind on the? Or did you have this tone?
No, I didn't have this tone. I can assure you I didn't have this tone.
Did you leave a hi? Hi.
Hi, I've just had your note through my... Hi. No, this is what I did. Ring, ring, ring.
This is his
ring,
phone
ring.
voice. Here we
Right.
go.
It's got to the end. Please leave a message after the tone. Beep. Oh, hi there. Yeah, hi. It's
Instantly, I'm out. You ruined it.
I've had your card come through my door. I live at, XX Street. It came through this week. We're really desperately looking for a gardener. I'm not sure your rates. I'd love for you to pop round, give us a little quote, take it from there. Here's my number. Left my number. Really would appreciate a call back one way or the other. I even said one way or the other. Just phone me and tell me no.
You should have just left it to me.
You rang a load and all.
To be fair,
you
yeah.
didn't get anywhere.
I did leave 5, and one of them even laughed at me. Like he would just laugh at me. Went
Anyway, we had this guy.
Yeah,
He came round. We had a recommendation of somebody locally.
neighbour.
That they went, we know a gardener. He does some gardens around here.
Lovely gardens.
Lovely gardens. That was the quote. Big gardens, bigger than your garden.
Yeah.
He does lovely gardens. That was
Brilliant.
the quote. Just bigger gardens. Yeah, I was like, great. I'm not showing off.
He's
Just
good
great.
he's good at looking after bushes. I'm in.
He's a man great with a bush. A large bush. And I was like, that is what we need in our
bush
house.
is a large.
We have got a large bush that needs dealing with, okay? He comes round, he goes, we ring him up, he answers the phone, he goes, I'll come round next Tuesday. Comes round next Tuesday, walks round.
See you next Tuesday.
See
what happened?
Mate, he came round, like hands on hips. He had he definitely had a gardener vibe about him.
Oh, he was so garden vibe.
He had a garden vibe. He was an elder.
Organic, I would call him.
Organic.
Yeah,
he was organic. Yes, he was. He was an older gentleman that he had an allotment.
He looked like he had a lot of knowledge about gardens. Like he'd been gardening for years.
Yeah, he had a beard and he was an older man, right? And he looked like he owned an allotment and he came round, hands on hips, looked at the lawn and went, yeah, I can take this on. And I was like,
brilliant.
Great, when can you come?
We
arranged a day and just as he was about to leave, this should have been a red flag. Right, I'm just saying it right now. A green flag in the garden world is what this should have been.
Green flag.
A green flag. He went, have you got your own mower? And I was like, sorry, mate, what's that? He went, you got your own mower? I went, it's a great question. No, because we had a mower in our old house, but since we moved to the new house, the gardener had his own mower, like a big electric.
You gave the old mower away to someone who needed it.
I gave our old mower away because we didn't use it. The gardener we had like a petrol thing. I was like, no, I don't. And he went, oh, that's all right. I've got my own gear. I was like, great. Right?
Set.
I was so happy.
I was like, send me your stuff. That's
so
fine.
happy,
I
right?
checked him out.
2 weeks goes by. He comes round. By this time, the grass is up to knee-high level.
The grass was, Mark isn't even exaggerating, it was brutal.
The kids were going out there. We'd lose them for 3 days. That's how bad it was, right? It was like...
It was like stings your legs as you walk through it because it was so
there
tall.
was a whole different ecosystem going on, right? Okay? He comes round. He walks into the gate with what can only be described as like a 20-pound fly mow. Right? It was so comedy small. It was like a kid's fly mow. Right?
It was like the ones you buy at Asda. You know, like with a base no bigger than... What was the base
doesn't
bigger
collect
than?
grass, right? He didn't even bring an extension lead. So I'm then getting one extension lead connected to another extension lead, connected to another extension lead, so it could reach like the back of the bit of the garden because the garden's big and it's... Right? I kid you not, he walked in and I went, mate, that mower's not going to be big enough. He went, no, it'll be fine. I was like, no, it's not like the garden's big and look how long the grass. He went, no, I'll be fine. He was there for an hour, right? Turned on the mower. He pushed it to the very back on a straight line. It got to the back. He turned round. He took 3 steps. The mower blew up. I kid you not. The mower blew up. It smoked. I'm in the living room with the kids. Phoenix walks over and goes, Dad,
the mower's off.
The gardener is on fire. And I'm like, what? And he's like, the gardener's on fire. We look out the window, the gardener's on fire, right? Not on fire, he's smoking.
He's fly mow smoking.
He walks over and he goes, no, you're right. Mower's not going to do it. He hasn't done it. All he's done is one line. Imagine a big garden. He's just done one line.
He goes into his bag for life that he bought and pulled out like this tool. And I was like, what is
Pulled out a trowel from his bag for life. That's all he had in it.
I'll go and sort out the bits at the back. And I thought,
what bits?
What bits? That trowel won't even get through the grass. You've got to walk past.
He was there for 2 hours. He stayed another hour. I don't know what he did. I think he just collected the pieces of his mower. He left. He went, I'll be back in 2 weeks.
I made me pay him.
Oh, we had to pay him. Had to pay him like 40 quid, £20 an hour. He's there for 2 hours, 40 quid. He walks out laughing with a blown up mower. He's like, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Just one stripe in my garden.
One strip.
One strip.
Right? He's like, I'll see you in 2
like
weeks.
A landing strip.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks comes by. Didn't come back. Now the grass is even longer. He's never come back.
Gardener just...
And I've got one strip now down the middle of the lawn that's now died and it's dead. It's like a dirt track down the middle of the garden.
Sure.
Right? I was like, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough of dealing with gardeners. I've dealt with one that's dead, supposedly, rest in peace.
He's not. Don't worry.
Lost in action, right? A second one that's turned up and killed one strip in my lawn. I was like, never dealing with a gardener again. They're all dead to me, okay? I'm going to take this into my own hands.
Oh,
I'm going to man up. I'm going to get some green fingers. That's not an
going to
innuendo.
teach yourself.
And I'm going to
become organic Mark.
I'm going to get one with earth, right?
Just that saying alone lets you know he has got still no clue.
Right?
I'm going to get one with earth.
Right? So I'm like, I need a big boy mower, right? I'm not messing about. I'm not messing about here.
Yeah, but your chat went on for, where am I going? Am I going
No.
there? Am I going there? Am I going there? I'm going blah, blah. I was like,
I'm
just
like,
go and sort it out.
I'm going B&Q. That's it, B&Q. They know what they're doing. They'll advise me. I'm driving to B&Q and I drive past somewhere, and I'm not going to say the name of the establishment because, you know, I don't need that drama in my life. I've got enough drama with grass. But I'm going past somewhere and it is a mowing specialist shop. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. It's a lawn specialist shop, right? It's massive, right? It is like, I've never been in before. Why would I ever go in? I'm driving past it. I'm like, that's the place for me. I'm driving by. I'm going, yes. I'm at that point in life. I'm 37. Got a long grass. I need a mower. I'm going in. Never even thought about going in. I didn't even know it was there. My brain told me it was there. I pull up. I walk in. I am the Don. I'm ready. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready. Like, money's no option at this point.
Mower Mark.
Yeah, money's no option. I'm ready to go in on a mower. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yes, this is my moment. Right? I walk in. The showroom's massive. Right? Absolutely.
No clue either.
Like, I've got no clue. Right? I'll be honest. I've got no clue. But the showroom is enormous. I'm talking like 200 lawnmowers. Right? All in there. And I mean bad boys, like things you sit on, things that do like football pitches.
Big American ones.
Yeah, like what Forrest Gump drove, like all of them, right?
Mower reference.
Yeah, mower reference. I got a lot of mower referencing, right? One that Forrest Gump had, right?
The one from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. All them, right? They're all in there, right? I walk in there. There's like a little bit of a queue system going on. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Two guys behind the desk. They're elderly gentlemen. They're like, you know,
they've got the knowledge.
57.
Yes.
I'm going in there 57.
I would have been excited.
Not 60, above 50. I'm going 57. Right? That's where I'm predicting, right?
Fine.
There's two of them. One of them just got his feet up.
Right.
Not doing anything.
Might have been break. Might have been on his break.
Go to the break room. Don't sit out on shop floor with your
come
feet
on.
up. Right?
You used to.
I used to do it in a warehouse. When I worked for a supermarket, I did it out of praying eyes. You could get away with it for longer. Right. I walk in, one of them's got his feet up. The other one took about 20 minutes talking to this customer about, I don't know, some shears or some crap. I don't know. Eventually he comes to me and he's like, oh, mate, what can I do for you? And I was like, hello, mate. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't know a lot about mowing. He rolled his eyes. Before I've even said a word, he's rolled his eyes.
I'm getting car showroom vibes again.
I'm getting car showroom vibes. Right? I went, I don't know a lot about mowing. And he went, right. He rolled his eyes, he went, right. And I went, I've got a fairly big garden. I've got my gardener's dead. I've got to buy a mower. Right? Right. And he went, oh, what sort do you want? I was like, I don't know. Like,
can you help me?
Can you help me with this? And he went, yeah, come on in. Right. And he just went walking off. I followed him and he went, how big's your garden? And I went, I mean, it's, it's decent size. And he went, bigger than his showroom? No, before he went, how many square foot? I went, got no idea, mate.
First rule of Mower Club, Mark, you got to know the square footage.
How many square foot?
Why did you? I ain't got a clue.
Anyone listening to this right now, tell me the square foot of your garden. Tell me. I guarantee there's not 5 people that can name the square foot of their freaking garden, right? You went, tell me your square foot. I went, I don't know, John. I've got no idea, John. Right. And he went, how big is it? Like, reference. And I went, And I went from that wall, and I'm like pointing at random walls going, there to there? And he's like, oh, it's big then. And I'm like, I mean, maybe. Yeah, like, okay. And he went, right, do you want a petrol? Do you want a petrol mower? I was like, mate, I've never had one. Like, are they hard work? And he went, yeah. I was like, okay.
What is with this?
I was like, so would you get a petrol? He went, oh, it's up to you. I was like, yeah, but would you recommend a petrol? I've never used one. Would you recommend a petrol?
Help me.
Throw me a bone, for God's sake. And he went, well, if you've never used one, I wouldn't. I was like, okay, let's not then. Let's not go for a petrol. What else you got? And he went, do you want it corded or cordless? And I was like, cordless would be easier, wouldn't it? Like, I charge it up. Cordless, haven't got to worry about the wire. And he went, yeah, got nothing for you. So he said, got nothing for you.
What, in a warehouse?
In a warehouse.
200 mowers.
In a warehouse. And I went,
only you.
And I went, nothing. And he went, no, nothing at the minute. I was like, I'll take corded.
I'll take a petrol, mate. Give me anything.
I went, I'll take a corded, right? And he went, right. And he walked over and he went, and he stood there, again, hands on hips, and he looked left to right, and then right to left, and left to right, and right to left at like, I don't know, 30 mows. And he went, no, none of these will do your garden. You've not seen it.
It's just seen a man do it with a fly mower.
I've just seen a man blow up a fly mower. And I went, none of them. He went, no, they'll be not. No, none of them are big enough.
I think he just wanted you to leave.
He just wanted me out. He just wanted me out. He just wanted me out. And he didn't know I'd gone in there with money's no object vibes.
He only wants to talk to people who know about their garden and their grass. That's so annoying.
But I was like, what, you've got nothing? He went, no, you're too small.
Why are people so crappy
and he went,
to us?
No, he went, oh God.
Whoa.
The light's just gone off.
That's freaky.
That's really freaky, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Look, it sent a shudder down Rox's spine.
I'm freaked out.
The light's gone off. Has it blown up, do you think?
Rox,
keep talking.
The dead gardener.
Oh my God.
Don't.
Oh my God.
Don't. No, shut up. Don't, because I'm freaking out.
The gardener, if you're here, give us another sign.
Don't you dare.
Like, you got to give him a sign. Did you hear it click?
Oh, shut up, Mark. Look at me.
Rox has got
I can't really cry. No, don't. I'm freaking out. I'm sorry.
Why are you freaking out? It's a light that's gone out. Right, keep talking. I'm going to sort out the light.
What do you want me to keep talking? How am I going to keep? I'm not talking to
me while I'm over here.
Oh, well, so what? I mean, well, hold on. Mark's just fixing the light for anyone that's just gone. Have you blown it? It's blown up.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. We're just fiddling with it. If you see this on YouTube, you got to see this on YouTube, guys. Go and watch it. Because this is scary. This is really scary. Right, Mark's just trying to fix the light right now.
I think he's got too hot.
It doesn't explain you saying make a noise, does it? What are we going to do? We just have to do
it in the dark.
Oh my God, I think the dead gardener just came to us.
Right, so Rox is freaking out.
I'm so freaked out. Right, sorry. Where was you? Carry on. Was what? Why are you looking scary? What? Don't.
I'm just looking weirdly at Rox and it's freaking her out.
Don't, because I believe in all this. Don't.
Believe in what?
Ghosts.
Dead gardeners.
No, I mean, I hope he isn't dead, but that was a bit weird.
Right.
Where was you?
That was the end of my story. That was it. I didn't get a mower. Walked out without one, didn't I? That was it. I said to him, why would none of these do? He went, too small. They won't do your garden. I went, I don't, that's fine. I'll just take twice as long. And he went, no, just come back another time. So.
And then I get a phone call from Mark.
There were some choice words.
Some man at the mower man. He's just told me that he won't even sell me a lawnmower. He won't even tell me. Honestly, you were so upset and livid because you're like, what am I going to do? You got such high grass in the garden. You've come out from the biggest mowing shop ever.
Yeah, mate,
no one would sell you a mower. I don't know why people do this to you and me. It's mental.
In the end, I went to B&Q. I bought one from there that was rubbish. And it took me about 3 days to mow the lawn.
But you did it.
I did it.
You didn't give up.
Hey.
And you did it in the heat.
I did it in a hot day. I did it with a crappy mower.
And what did you say to me once you had mowed your lawn?
It made me feel good.
It made you feel good?
Good. Sense of achievement.
And you'd sit out there and look at your lawn and it makes you feel good.
Made me feel like an old man. You know when you see like, in American films, like old men sitting on like little wooden like porches looking at their lawn. That's how I felt. So I looked at him and was like, oh, I did that.
I'm so freaked out. I'm sorry. I just can't focus.
Rox can't get over the fact there's a light that's gone out.
No, I get it if it's the heat, but the whole make a noise if you are here and it made a noise.
Give us another sign.
No more signs. Shut up.
Shh, give us a sign.
Oh, shut up.
Help me.
So the moral of the story is cut your own grass, buy your own mower, and if there is any gardeners out there that do want a job, we're here.
If you are a gardener in the Nottingham area, please do get in touch. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com. You don't need to have that much experience. Just be polite.
And don't bring a fly mow.
Don't bring a fly mow that looks like it's from a kid's set. So anyway, that's
love.
I feel like I've been upstaged now by a flashy light, but it's fine.
A ghost, a garden ghost.
Our dead gardener. Right, have you got a dilemma for us?
I have. Let me change this up a bit. Right. Do you have a dilemma? Do you need some help in life? I do. Dial a dilemma.
Hey,
here we go. Right, this
then.
is a bit of a dilemma, which I feel like some people might really relate to this.
Ooh.
Hi guys, love the podcast. Here's my dilemma.
Ooh.
What do I do with my partner who is a bit of a man baby? Ooh.
You're not going to know anything about this, so
no
advice
won't, will I?
from you.
A little context here. My partner is currently on paternity leave at the moment, so doesn't have to work or need to be anywhere other than with our family, which is wonderful.
Great, helping out at home, being a wonderful partner.
I'm
Lovely.
a 32-year-old woman with 2 wonderful children, one who is nearly 3 and a second which is 8 months old.
Oh, going on already, isn't she? God.
Shut up. The baby.
Me.
Listen, do you want to wind up half the nation? Shut up. The baby isn't the best sleeper. Tell me a baby that is, because anyone who says that.
No, they're all the same.
So I'm constantly tired as I'm the only one getting up in the night as my partner is a heavy sleeper.
Right.
I do know that.
All right.
Heavy sleeper.
Who are you pointing at? You're pointing at the dead gardener?
Pointing at the dead gardener.
Right, okay, great.
You. Don't get me wrong. He is a wonderful man and father.
Okay, and
But
off.
he is driving me crazy.
No, he needs his sleep.
Why? He's sleeping all night. Why does he need his sleep?
Some people need a lot of sleep. You don't know. You don't have time he's going to bed.
He's always popping off for a nap. I love that you knew that he needed his sleep, Mark.
He does need his sleep. Because she's already moaning about it. She's already moaning, isn't she?
Shut up, Mark. He pops off upstairs to have a shower in the middle of the day. And I don't hear from him for hours. What?
Right.
Only to find him fast asleep for 2 to 4 hours in the middle of the day. Oh, my God, I'll be livid. It's happened more and more often. What do I do? Any advice? How can I cope with a toddler and a baby and a man baby? There's some essential checks you need to do here as a mother. Is your husband maybe a little bit, it's overwhelming for him?
Yeah.
I would just check that. Or he could be a little bit postnatal himself.
Fine.
If he's going upstairs to sleep and then sleeping all night.
Sure.
That's a sign of not great mental health.
Overworked, maybe.
How? Could you explain to me what from this message you've got overworked? Could you just...
Just mentally.
Right. And he pops off upstairs for a 2 to 4 hour shower. Well, that's easy for me. Turn off the hot water straight away. He ain't having no shower. You can have a shower in the morning. Wake yourself up. Bosh. You can take the toddler. Maybe you split the toddler and the baby, so he could have the toddler, you can have the baby.
You're giving him more jobs.
If anything, he should be letting her go and have a nap for an hour if she's up all night, right?
You don't know what he's doing in the day.
He's napping for 4 hours.
Well, what's he done to need that nap? I bet he's been cleaning the whole house. Bet he's mowed the lawn. Bet he's got a big lawn. Do you know how much that takes
Fair
out of you?
if he's pulling his weight, but she's saying he's not, Mark. So what would you do to get a man to do something like that, or a partner if they are doing this, man or woman?
Well, I personally don't see a dilemma in this scenario. I think
you don't see a dilemma.
I think that he's obviously overworked and he's needing his sleep.
And what do you suggest for the lady who's been up all night with the baby and then the baby and the toddler in the day while he's having a 4-hour nap? What's your suggestion for her? She's
sleep when the baby sleeps is what.
Shut the.
It's so easy. It's so easy to wind Rox off, isn't it?
Well, I find
divide and conquer.
You do need to divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. This is.
You need to go. No, man, baby, listen to me.
Fine.
Please, can you not shower for 4 hours?
No,
could you shower? Or can
she said he was going up for a nap, didn't he?
1 hour nap and a half-hour shower. That's fair. And then she could have an hour nap and a half-hour
divide
shower.
and conquer. You got to have that line of communication.
You make lunch once, he makes lunch. You have to divide it.
Yeah, you have to.
We do, don't we?
I tell you what you got. I tell you what you got to do. Make a list. Ooh. Rox hates this, but I do it all the time.
Yeah, but your lists do work. But
Rox hates me making a list, but then she likes that they work.
I'm not a list maker. I find it hard to focus.
If there's a lot that we've got to get done, I'll make a little list and I'll divide the list and I'll go, Rox, what would you like to take off of this list? And we have to take something we do want and something we don't want, and we get these lists done. And it's a great benefit to us as a family. Even though Rox resents...
To us as a family.
Yeah, to all of us, to me, you and the children.
You are a little bit OCD listy though. You like to
Someone's
get
got to be. Someone's got to be though, don't they? Because you're not OCD.
Yeah, but you're too much. We meet in the middle.
You're not enough. So that's why I have to be too much, isn't it?
Quite a strong thing to say to someone.
What?
That I disagree with.
Right. What?
I'm not enough.
Not enough. No. You're saying I'm too OCD. I'm saying you're not enough.
Yeah. This is why we go well.
Fine.
We balance each other. We're yin and yang.
Yeah. So what you've got to do is you've got to find that middle ground for communication.
Yeah.
That means
you're going
to balance.
Oh, John, stop showering. Like, you've got to express how...
You've got to say...
I'm tired.
Hello,
I've
John.
been up all night.
Hello, John. Just counted. You had an hour's sleep. I think this is great that we've got to a point where we're having naps in the day.
Can I have one?
Now you've just had your hour. Just like to let you know, I'm not now off for mine.
Yeah.
Don't even make it like a question.
Maybe it might help him bond with the baby and the kid and all that.
Don't be assumptional that he isn't bonding.
Well, I would suggest the 4-hour nap. You're not bonding, really, are you?
You don't know what he's done in the hours he's been awake.
Neither do you.
Neither do you.
Oh, shut up. I can't handle you sticking up for the male race. Just annoys me.
Ooh.
Yeah, it does, because it is unfair. It is not fair.
You don't know the scenario. That's all I'm trying to say.
I do know the scenario.
You're jumping to conclusions.
No, I'm not.
You're jumping to conclusions that he's pulling his weight.
You're up all night with a baby. That is the hardest fatigue you'll ever have.
I don't disagree. But if you've mowed a lawn on your own, you don't know that fatigue until you've done it.
So the last week when my youngest son has been up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Who got up?
Who got up what, sorry?
Who got up with him? Because someone
3
didn't hear him. How many times?
There is an allegation being made here.
No. And then who gets up in the morning?
Excuse me. There is being an allegation of 3 o'clock being bandied around here.
It is 3 o'clock.
And
I pay attention.
I'm yet to see proof of a 3 a.m. wake up.
Yeah, because you're never awake.
No, Roxanne, because quite often I might, in the early hours of the morning, see you get up with one of the children at maybe 7:30. And when I come downstairs, at,
your leisurely rate.
7:45.
Lie.
I say to you, oh, were you up early? And you'll go, oh, I've been up since 6. And so there's a slight exaggeration with your stories sometimes.
I never lie about times. Never. Because I look at the clock and go, I'm going to use that against you.
Yes, by taking an hour off.
I'm joking.
You exaggerate it.
No, I don't exaggerate it. I just can feel it. It's
right. Well, what about the other day when you went, oh, I've been up with the kids. I was up at 7. No, I was up at 6. And I went, watching, oh, yeah, Phoenix go up and we went down and, I was up with him since 6. And I was like, oh, thanks for getting up. I didn't hear, you know. And then later that day, I took Phoenix out and we're having a walk around some shops. I was like, oh, why was you up so early? And he went, oh, I just woke up early. I was like, oh, was it nice that Mummy got up? And he went, yeah, she came downstairs and she just fell asleep on the sofa for an hour.
Yeah, I'll do.
So you're not up. You're literally just moving rooms to sleep.
Feed them breakfast. I make sure they're juices and everything. And then I sit on the sofa and I think this is way too early.
Sorry, Phoenix really at the minute is into eating cereals without milk. So that's just literally pouring some cornflakes into a bowl.
Not
you can't
always.
say you've made him breakfast.
He loves a waffle. Let's not argue.
You.
Well, you're not even there to see it, so you can shut up. No, to be fair, we do argue, but
divide and conquer.
We have, over all of the years of having the babies, we've always helped each other through the hardest times. So even though we bicker like this, we actually do
divide and conquer.
Give each other lay-ins and do things like that.
Yeah, it's you got to be a team. Yeah,
teamwork
makes the
dream work.
Yay. Right, if you have got a dilemma that you want me and Rox to try and solve for you, ladbabypodcast@gmail.com. What's up? You really struggling?
Yeah.
Roxy's fanning her own face here.
Fanning myself.
Okay, right. You ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your date night diaries. Bam, bam, bam. It's on the subject of being hot.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Hi, Mark and Rox. I love all your platforms, but especially the podcast.
Oh.
Thank you so much for bringing it back. I've been following since the beginning. You bring so much joy to my life. By the way, Rox, you are looking amazing.
Oh.
No compliment for me specifically.
Well, you always look amazing.
Right,
thank you. That's very kind.
So here is my date night.
Ooh.
It all started one afternoon when me and my ex were peeling some roasted green chilies and bagging them up for future use.
Oh dear, this is not going to end well.
What's wrong with peeling some chilies, Rox?
This is not going to end up in the place it should. It never does.
It all went fine without drama. And end of, we were done. Or so we thought.
Did you wash your hands? Every time.
Cut to a few hours later, and later that night, as we were heading to bed, one thing led to another, and we were getting hot and heavy ahead of some sexy time together. Okay?
Right.
No problems. They've been doing some work in the kitchen together, team, getting the chilies ready. Hours have gone by.
Aphrodisiac and all that.
They've headed to bed. During a moment of intimacy, my partner put his hand on my lady parts, and within seconds, I was shouting, "Babe, I'm on fire." He quickly responded with, "Yeah, I know."
Forever the gentleman.
He doesn't know.
My goodness, poor guy.
I then yelled even louder, No, stop, I'm serious, I'm on fire. I jumped out of bed and yelled at him to get some flour. I meant to say sugar, as this is what I'd once read was good for when you've eaten hot food, but I'd muddled up my words. I was in a panic and I was trying to figure out how to get the burn out of my lady area.
So he dusted it with flour.
Well, I then shouted, No, not flour. No, not flour. Get milk. He then replied, flour and milk. We're not making bread. In absolute agony, I then burst into hysterics as I ran across the floor straight into the shower and poured milk all over my lady parts. Thankfully, the milk worked. Moral of the story, always use gloves when peeling chilies so you don't end up with chili oil on your lady parts.
No.
Lots of love, Lisa in Arizona. Lisa!
Lisa and her lady parts are on fire.
Lisa.
Your lady parts on fire.
Honestly.
Why am I seeing that?
That's brutal, isn't it?
Oh no! I just had.
I've done it. I've put it in my eye. I've eaten something and then put touched my eye, like I've rubbed my brow or I've put my finger in my eye.
I
And
have
that is
contact lenses
agony.
and I always cook. And honestly, like taking out a contact lens, I'm so worried about when I've cooked chilies because it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
There's nothing worse. So sending love to Lisa in Arizona. Thank you so much for your story.
So glad your lady bits were okay, Lisa.
Thank goodness the milk worked. Yeah, so...
I would have put... Oh, sorry.
there we go.
I would have put yoghurt or something. Surely
You'd
the
have
milk would just
slapped
run
yogurt
off.
on yourself.
Well, I would have just... Anything that was cold and like dairy, right?
Cheese?
No, I wouldn't have stuck a bit of mozzarella up there, Mark, to be fair. No, what the?
Well, you said
That's
cold
not-
dairy.
No.
Put a cheese wheel.
Oh, wagon wheel. All right. I mean, it was more of a slice, lover.
I meant a baby bell, but... if you have got a date night diary you'd like to share with me and Rox, ladbabypodcast@gmail.com.
Oh.
Confessions of a lifetime. This is one of my faves. I said it at the top of the show.
I'm so excited.
This is one of my faves.
Really?
Honestly.
Come on then.
Hi, Mark and Rox. Love your podcast. I've been dealing with some serious health issues over the past few months, and listening to your podcast makes me laugh out loud. I did get a bit behind, but I've listened all the episodes, and they're all spectacular, and I'm right up to date. Rox, I love how direct you are. Try living with her. Here's my confession. Please keep me anonymous. Yes, it's anonymous.
Whenever it begins with that, you know you're in for a good one.
So I was in a big department store in New Zealand called Kmart. I've heard of Kmart.
Kmart, yeah.
Kmart. I was in a big department store in New Zealand called Kmart.
What is it the equivalent of? Like B&M or
I don't know.
like Asda or? I'm
assuming like a big supermarket,
Oh,
yeah.
right, fine.
Called Kmart with my daughter, getting her some birthday clothes.
Nice.
I'd been sick a few days before with a vomiting and diarrhea sickness, but I'd started to feel a bit better, so I felt up to going out. Okay, so she's gone out with her daughter,
She's got a DMV.
having just recently recovered diarrhea and sickness. We were walking around the shop, looking at clothes, and I was farting a lot.
What? Why is that so funny?
Just walking around farting, like just an open, honesty. I was walking around, I was farting a lot, but didn't think anything of it. It's just normal. Until my tummy started to feel a bit funny too. Needless to say, the last fart I did was not good, and it came out as a shot. Worse still, I could feel there was something running down my leg.
Oh, good Lord.
I said to my daughter, "We are going to have to go. I think I've pooed myself." And there was something running down my leg into my clothes. My daughter said that she needed to finish getting her clothes, and was it okay if I waited on a moment? At this point, the answer's no. Okay?
At this point, I'm shuffling out.
At this point, the answer is no, right? But you'll all be glad to hear that wasn't the end of the story. My daughter said she'd get some clothes. Could I wait on? I was mortified, but I walked slowly, holding my legs together. I decided to grab some underwear and some tights from the store so I could change into them. Clever. She's in a clothing store. Buy some clothes. Rox can't cope. I went to the counter to purchase them, put them in my bag, and then finally headed to the toilet to sort myself out. It was a horror show. I removed my clothes, put them in my bag, and then proceeded to clean myself up as much as I could in a toilet sink.
Oh, good Lord.
I just wanted to get home. I was so embarrassed. And to be honest, I stunk. But they've made good of the situation, okay? It's happened. They've gone to the toilet. They've bought some new clothes. They've cleaned themselves up. It's fine. I removed my clothes, put them in the bag, and proceeded to clean myself up, in the toilet sink. Just wanted to get home. My daughter was finally finished her shopping, so we went to the counter and paid so we could leave. As we were walking towards the door, the shop attendant was checking bags. He wanted to check mine. I almost died. My face turned red and I opened my bag. I looked at him in the face and said, "I'm so sorry. I shat myself today in your store. I've bought more clothes and now I've changed into them. I'm carrying my dirty clothes out with me." He looked at me and said, "Oh, good." I can safely say I've never been back to that Kmart again. And I've never been shopping with my daughter again feeling sick. Rox, you can't get near the mic. Rox is just gone. She's fell off the sofa.
I don't know if I just would have blamed the daughter. My daughter shut herself. She made me stay here. I've cleaned her up. Oh, wow. You're right.
That is incredible, isn't it?
Just to admit it.
Just imagine having your bags checked and your bag is just, you've soiled yourself.
Full of crap.
You've soiled yourself and you're going,
I want to say, this bag's full of crap. I've got to go. It's the receipt for the stuff.
I really wouldn't look in this bag if I was you. The other thing I probably would have done is I would have left my soiled goods in a toilet bin. Unless I'm wearing, and I mean, I don't wear anything of this value, unless I'm wearing like a pair of Gucci trousers, which is worth 200 quid, which I don't even own.
Would you not? I don't think you'd wear it to Kmart, would you?
There's not an item of clothing that I am so precious about.
I hope it wasn't a Kmart she really loved.
I wouldn't just leave in a toilet bin. I'm making that statement.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe she just wanted to, take it with her.
There you go.
That's so good. That's
a good one, isn't it?
You're right. That's best.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
And I'm so sorry for your shot.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I just love that word. I just love it so much.
It's just so good.
So funny.
So there you go. If you've got a confession that you want me and Rox to talk about and laugh at your expense, please do get in touch on ladbabypodcast@gmail.com.
Sorry, my laugh must be so annoying down the mic. I've just been like...
Living with a... Savannah.
Hello.
Oi, oi.
Oi, right there, mate. How you doing?
Apple and bears.
There's a ghost in here today.
Stick that, you skyrocket. This is the part of the show, guys, where we teach Roxanne how to talk properly, don't we?
No.
Teach Roxanne how to talk properly.
Me.
Don't we, love? Don't we, love? Talk properly, don't we, love?
I feel like you've become a bit more Cockney, you know?
No, love, no chance.
Yes, you
have.
Not
a chance. Right, we've got a great word. This has been emailed into us by Pete Wilson.
Ooh.
Pete Wilson has identified a word that he says that I think there's someone he knows or someone in his family that says this from your region of the country.
Beautiful region. Garden of England. It's
what?
Kent.
Garden of what?
England.
Are you all right?
No, that is the fact.
What part of it is a garden?
All of it's the Garden of England.
The Dartford Crossing? Is that the garden, is it?
Excuse me, don't slag off the Dartford Tunnel.
I didn't slag off the tunnel. I slagged off the crossing. The crossing is ugly. Just overlooks that like...
Ugly?
Yeah, that horrible like sludgy river below with like that power station. It's horrible.
How dare you?
Garden.
Don't even be jealous. You don't even have one of them.
Do you mean Sherwood Forest, my friend? That's a garden.
Oh, it's a forest.
Yeah. Dedicated to a hero amongst men.
Oh, don't even start on bloody Robin Hood again, for goodness sake.
We've got a word here for you, Roxanne.
Go on.
You ready? You ready?
I am.
C U.
What?
C U D D L E. Cuddle.
C-U. Cuddle?
No. Not caddle.
Cuddle.
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 Come here, give me a cuddle.
Cuddle.
What do you say? Cuddle.
Cuddle.
No frigging way. You make it sound yucky.
Cuddle.
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 No.
Yeah.
No.
Cuddle. Come here.
Cuddle.
I make it sound like it's a big thing that's going to happen that will
No,
make you
gives
happy.
a cuddle.
Gives a cuddle?
Gives a cuddle, I can say.
Cuddle?
Cuddle.
No way, you're saying that wrong.
Cuddle. Cuddle.
Cuddle.
Cuddle.
Kiss and a cuddle.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come and have it.
You're spelling it.
Kiss and a cuddle.
You're pronouncing it with a K and an A.
That's how
Cuddle.
Cockneys truly give you a cuddle. You know when you're being cuddled by a Cockney?
No,
Because you're like, cuddle. I'm giving you a cuddle. That a good old cuddle. That means like you're in the depths of my arms against my chest.
Squeezing the life out of you.
Yes, that's what a cuddle should be.
Cuddle. It's not about what it is. It's about how you say it. Cuddle. 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 That's how it's pronounced. Cuddle. Cuddle.
I disagree strongly.
It doesn't matter what you disagree
You
with.
make it sound
Like a word.
No,
Like a
unloving.
word.
Unloving. Cuddle.
Cuddle.
No, cuddle.
Gives a cuddle.
Kiss cuddle.
I can't.
You're not winning this one because a cuddle is the one.
Cuddle isn't a word, Rox.
It is.
It isn't a word.
It is.
It's not a word.
Yeah, it is. Kiss and a cuddle. Come here.
If you
Come here. You love a cuddle.
Thank you, Pete, for your attempt at trying to teach Rox how to talk properly.
Yeah, whatever, Pete. You need a cuddle, mate.
Do please keep them coming in. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com. I'm excited for this next feature,
Mark.
Rox. Yeah. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
I think you're going to rather.
We're going to see if I'd rather.
Have I got a rather for you?
Rox has been doing some homework.
I have got a would you rather for Mark because football season is about to kick off.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to get me to say
Your general
nothing.
interest is football. Okay.
Just so you know, I got given a would you rather. I think I've talked about this before, live on a radio station ahead of an England final, where they said, would you rather England win the final, like the nation win a final, or would you rather Forest get promoted next season?
Yeah.
I was given out on a live radio interview like an hour before kickoff of an England final.
I am aware of it because...
And I said I would rather Forest got promoted.
And England lost.
And England lost and Forest got promoted.
Yeah.
So...
And everyone ripped it out of you because they could not believe you said that at
everyone for a
final.
year took the mick and went, I can't believe England lost because of you.
Yeah.
And then everyone in Nottingham should now be thankful because the reason Forest went up is because of me.
Yeah, of course it is.
So there you go.
Of course it is. Not all the hard work.
No, it's because of me.
Okay, so here we go. Well, you've sort of guessed it a little bit, Mark, here.
Okay.
It does involve the beloved Forest.
Right, I'm not going to say anything against them.
Would you rather?
Okay.
Would you rather Derby County
No.
was higher in the league than Forest,
Okay.
but never beat them at any game? Or Derby County will always be lower in the league than Forest, but beat them every time they
no,
play?
but that's not fair.
Yeah,
That's
but-
not fair.
Whoa, sweet child of mine.
Oh.
You give me the worst would you rather. This, you have to choose one.
So-
now, if you don't know, Derby County are the rival of Forest. Like, I'm talking different
Enemy.
county.
Enemy.
Mark don't even go into Derby
No.
town centre. He won't even
This
go
is
down
like
Derby
This
Way.
is like Superman and Lex Luthor.
This is that.
That's that vibe.
This is that.
So
would you rather Derby County be higher in the
they're
league?
higher in the league, but we never beat them at a game.
You never beat them.
Or
Or Derby always be lower in the league,
we always beat
but
them.
Forest always beat them every time they play. I know what I'd choose here.
I would. That's so hard. I would rather, for my own enjoyment, I would rather beat them every time we played them, but they would be higher in the league than us.
That's what I would have said. Because I've been to a Derby game, and
Because-
when Forest lose, it's devastating.
You have like local bragging rights.
Yeah.
And you can always say, yeah, you might be bigger, you might be higher in the league than us, but you
we
never
still
beat
win.
us. You're not better than us. You can beat every other team in the league. You don't ever beat us. on that day,
Do you
twice
miss
a
playing
year.
Derby? Because they're in different leagues now, guys. So Forest is Premier League and Derby. I don't even know what league they're in.
No one does. Do I miss having that rivalry, right?
Yeah.
Because every season, that was the first game you looked for. You looked, the minute the fixtures came out, you went, when's Forest Derby? When's Derby Forest?
And Derby Day was always it was a bit scary, but it was always fun.
It was the game you always looked for every week, right? You looked at at the start of every season, you'd look and go, when is that game? And you'd plan your season around making sure you could go. So I miss that rivalry, but I still prefer
being Premier League,
being like in a league above them, because it's just so much better. Like it is. I miss that rivalry. Ideally, what you want is a cup game every year where you get drawn in the cup.
Yeah.
Like, because then you get drawn against them, but you're still better than them.
You've still got a day out.
You get the day out, you get the rivalry, but you're obviously significantly a million times better than them. They're rubbish and you are like amazing. So yeah. Great. Would you rather?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought I'd,
Well done.
bring a little testing one to you.
Well done, Roxanne.
No worries.
Well done to you. Right, everyone, that's it. Thank you for joining us again this week, episode 11. Have an amazing
I'm
week.
really sorry about halfway through, the light went out and I think a ghost entered the room.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a bit odd. We're going to watch it back. I feel like we need to slow-mo this stuff and see what it was. If there's orbs or anything like that, I am out.
Here we
out.
go. Utter rubbish.
Have a
Orbs.
great week, everyone. Love you all. Keep positive. Keep going.
And a final note from our sponsor. We would like a gardener. If
you are a gardener who's not dead and doesn't use a fly mow, give me a call.
If you are a gardener in the Nottingham area and would like a friendly smile from a
and
customer
not a weirdo,
and to get served biscuits and a cup of tea
I do Kit Kats,
on arrival and departure.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, a full Kit Kat is two fingers. That sounds weird. 2 fingers on the way in, 2 fingers on the way out is what I meant.
Okay,
But-
you're taking it to a weird.
Yeah, okay. So if you're a gardener that isn't weird, that doesn't like the fingers or does, either way, ladbabypodcast@gmail.com. Okay?
I can also give you a Twix if you don't want a Kit Kat.
Thanks, everyone. I'm going to go and see if that light works or if it has genuinely broken. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, that was terrifying.